Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here then welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be really interesting because today I'm going to rate, or more so like give you my quick review on all of the liquid blushes, cream blushes I have tried this month. I have quite a few variety here and I have a lot of thoughts on these. Some are going to be probably controversial, but again, this is just my opinion. So let's get started. I have quite a few to cover and I don't intend to make this video also a 28-minute long. Let's get started. I'm gonna start with my least favorite one out of the bunch. We have the Milani Supercharged Cheek+lip Multistick. This one is in the shade Spice Jolt 130, retails for 1350. Now, in my humble opinion, this is a lip balm formula. It really just goes on as a lip balm, and maybe their focus was to make this more of a lip tint rather than a cheek tint. Even if so, as a lip tint also it does not work that well. The color just vanishes very quickly. All that remains on your lips is just the moisture or the waxiness of the formula, and the same applies with the cheeks also. Firstly, if you do have it and you do intend to use this, don't directly go on your cheeks like that. It removes your foundation or any complexion product that you already have underneath, which can be a bummer. The only good way to use this is go with a brush. So like apply some of the product on your brush. Did I just say blush? I meant brush. Apply some of the product on the brush and then use it on the cheeks. Now, when you initially do that, it does deposit the color, and of course apart from the color, it deposits just a lot of emollient waxiness, just like similar to your lip balm. But then as the time goes on, the color fades away and all that is remaining on the cheeks is just the waxiness. So even though I have dry skin, I thought this would work for me. It did not. I did try this on my mom though. It did look kind of natural on her, you know, on mature skin. But again, she was also so conscious of her cheeks because it looked very just like almost borderline oily that she wanted me to tone it down. So I don't know which category this blush would cater to. Not dry skin and definitely not oily skin. Just stay away from this if you have oily skin. If you have dry skin, I would still not suggest this because of everything that I just mentioned. I'm gonna insert a clip here where I've swatched all of the blushes that I'm going to talk about in this video, and you will see just from the swatch itself the consistency of this. This almost looks like a lip balm. And then I'm going to insert another clip which was taken few hours later, and you can see that the color is almost negligible and the only thing that is remaining is the waxiness of this formula. So this was my least favorite out of everything that I tried because of everything that I just mentioned. Also, it's quite expensive. Like, I don't know, I don't think this is worth your money whatsoever. The next one I have with me here is from Face Shop. This is their water tint and I have this in the shade Cherry Kiss. Now, I of course wanted to try it, and then Shreya Jain came out with her collaboration with the Face Shop, so I bought the entire set which had this planner that you see right here, and we had this in the kit. We also had a mascara and an eyebrow pencil along with the kit itself, which was so cute. But anyways, coming back to this product right here. Now, this one is quite different in a sense that this is an actual tint. So I don't typically like to use this on like full face of complexion product. Like, I don't go with this on top of my foundation, just because I feel like these kind of products, like your actual liquid blushes, look much better. But this does come in very handy when you just want a tint of color on your bare skin. That is when I would typically go with this. But that is not to say that you cannot use this on top of your, you know, complexion product. My issue with this is if you do use it, because this does not have any coverage, this is very liquidy, so it does not like give you that very opaque color. It just gives like tint. That's what it does. So it's just a personal preference. You can of course use this on top of your complexion products as well, but I typically like to use this on my bare skin. Now, having said that, the consistency of this is very nice. The only thing is you have to immediately blend this. So let's say you do 3 dots of this product on one cheek and you don't immediately blend this out. When you do blend this out, this can look like you have like 3 dots of the product just sitting there. So the only important thing with this product is blending it out immediately. If you give it some time and if it sits on your skin, then even when you do blend it, it does blend out quite nice. There's no problem with that, but then it can look patchy. So that is the only issue that I have with this. On my lips though, this is not my favorite product. It just settles on my cracks and crevices, and also the color, I find like the color is just too stark to be a lip tint, for at least on my complexion. I think this would work as a beautiful lip tint on deeper complexion. That's just what I think. But on me, I like lip tints which look like lip tint. This one was just too dark of a color for a lip tint, but otherwise I really like this as cheek tint, and I prefer using this on my bare skin. I think that way it looks and gives you that tint feeling and looks the most natural. So would I recommend this? I think I would, especially if you do not use a lot of foundation and complexion products and you just want something quick and easy just to add color on your cheeks. I think this is a great product. However, this is not something that I reach out to very often, just because I like my opaque liquid blushes, like real blushes, but that's just me. Let's talk about something that I very recently tried. I have with me here the baby tint from Revolution. This is from their Relove brand. So if you don't know, Makeup Revolution has different brands. I think they have XX Revolution, Revolution Pro, and then very recently Relove came out by them, and I picked these 2 shades. So I have with me here the shade Blush, and I have with me here the shade Coral. Now firstly, before I talk about the formula on these, I have to talk about the shades really quickly. The shade Blush is exactly what you see in the tube, in a sense that it has slight bit of pink undertone when you do blend it out, but mostly on the lips and on the cheeks it does translate as this color that you see in the tube. But the shade Coral is extremely weird. When I did apply this on my lips, because this is a lip and cheek tint by the way, when you do apply this color on your lip, it does go coral, but then as it oxidizes, or I'm not sure what, after a few seconds it turns completely pink. And even on the cheek, it was just too stark of a color on my complexion, on my skin tone at least. But I think on you know, deeper skin tone, this color would be a really nice one for the cheeks. Again, I would not recommend this color for the lips because it does turn pink. I've tried it 2 times and both the times it just turned pink. So not my favorite when it comes to lip tint, but this color is very, very versatile, and even on the lips this looks so beautiful. The color is beautiful, the finish and the formula looks so nice on the lips. I would highly recommend this. Now let's talk about the formula for a second. I think this is everything that I wanted my Milani blush to be, in a sense that it does not apply as a matte blush. The pigment is there, the color remains. The color is very like buildable. Like, so for example, when you apply like 1 layer of it, it does go sheer, but of course if you want to build it up, you can definitely do that, which is just one of my favorite things in all my base products. I don't want something which is so pigmented that I have to take like 10 minutes of my time to just blend it out and make it look natural. So that's something you definitely don't have to struggle with. And another thing that I really like is the sheen that it gives is just very natural looking. It's definitely there. Again, I'm going to insert swatches so you can see that the sheen is very, very beautiful. It's not too much and it's not too less. It gives you the beautiful, just the perfect sheen, I want to say. It does not make you look oily. I would actually recommend this to every skin type. Even if you have oily skin, you can use this, and if you don't like the sheen, you can just, you know, powder a little bit and the sheen is absolutely gone. So I think, in my opinion, you cannot go wrong with these blushes. The only thing is just be aware of the color. I would 100% recommend the color or the shade Blush in this category. The only disadvantage I see with this blush is that it's not as long lasting as the other 2 blushes that I'm going to talk about. But again, it's not as bad as this one. I mean, with the Milani one, the color is gone in maximum of 2 hours. That's not the case with this. But again, if I have to compare with the other ones that I'm going to talk about, this is not very long lasting. But again, the price is so good. If you get it from Hawk Makeup, you are going to get great discount on this, and this in itself is very affordable. So I would highly recommend this. This is just, you cannot go wrong with this one, especially the shade Blush. Now I have with me here the Revlon Kisscloud Blotted Lip Color. And the reason why I'm featuring this in this blush category is, even though this is not marketed as a blush, it looks so beautiful as a blush. And I think the reason is it has such a whipped consistency. So imagine like your Miss Claire soft matte lip cream, but even whipped formula. That's how the formula is. And I'm gonna insert clip where you can see how beautiful it looks on the cheeks as well. I again don't particularly love this on my lips because it settles into the lines and I hate that feeling, but on the cheeks I've been loving this. The only problem is it's very expensive, and even if you do get a discount on this, it's not going to be like super affordable. Maybe like I don't know, I don't have the MRP on the product here, but I'm of course going to mention the price of everything. So like I said, like if you do get it on discount, it's not going to be as affordable as, let's say, your the Revolution blush. And again, the colors I don't think are very versatile when it comes to using it as a cheek tint, so that's another disadvantage that I see with this. But let's say you do have this, try this on your cheeks. It does look really beautiful. The shade that I have is Chocolate Souffle. I think the other shades that I've seen in this are like pink and all, so if you are into pink blushes, you can maybe try that one for your cheeks. But it's very good. The lasting power on this is really good on the cheeks at least. So I really like this. Like I love using this on my cheeks, but what is just stopping me from recommending this is the price and like the lack of shade diversity in this range, especially as cheek tint. Like if you are into pink cheeks, then that's great. I personally am not, so I feel like the range of shades I can use for my cheeks is very limited. But I would highly recommend this. If you can get this on discounted price, grab one, especially the shade Chocolate Souffle. It does look really nice. Another thing that I've noticed with this is this goes on your bare skin also really beautifully, and over top of your foundation also really beautifully. So like if I have to like compare or like pick one of these, I think I would choose this one, just because this gives me a natural flush of color, but this has more coverage, so like it actually adds color and not just tint, if that makes any sense. And again, lasting power is top notch for this one. So yeah, it works great. That's all I have to say about this one. But again, only grab it on discounted price. I don't think this is worth paying full price. Now, out of everything that I've talked about in this video so far, the one that tops the list has to be the Makeup Revolution Super Dewy Liquid Blush. I have two shades here, and I am frankly quite late in trying these. I think these launched last year, I want to say, but I found the price to be really expensive, 695 rupees. And again, I did not pick these up on full price. I think I paid 400 something on discounted price on Myntra. The reason why this tops my list is because of the pigmentation and the formula, and also the longevity. So out of everything, this one has the most lasting power, which is just amazing. And also the coverage that it provides, like the color, the way it blends, like it does not look patchy or anything. Honestly, this could have been at the top of my list, but because this does not last very long, it's not. But this one is everything that this is not, in a sense, like lasting power wise. Otherwise this is great, like I mentioned. So the only thing that you have to keep in mind with this is just way more pigmented than those Revolution baby tints. Maybe just do like 1 or 2 drops of it, and that's it. You don't need a lot. And another thing that I've noticed is, blending wise, the best way to blend this is using a brush, because this is too pigmented almost and very liquidy. It can take you a while to like blend it with your fingers. There's nothing wrong as such, you can definitely blend this out with your fingers, but I feel like it takes a lot of time, and with brush you are able to do that very quickly. So yeah, it just is really pretty. I have the shades here. You Got Me Blushing, which is definitely a lot darker. So when I got these, I got 2 shades, of course. I have the shade You Got Me Blushing, and then I have Flushing For You. I thought that I'm gonna like the darker shade a lot better, but I actually like this one. I feel like the darker shade, you don't have a lot of playtime, in a sense, like just one usage and you are done, in a sense, like you can't tone it down or you can't build it up. But with this shade, the one that I have here, this is Flushing For You, you can build it up. So like it goes on sheer, but then if you want more color, you can add some more. So there is going to be inconsistency with how these apply on the cheeks depending on the color that you choose. Of course, if you're picking up the darker one, there's not a lot of room for you to build it up or tone it down. But if you do pick a color like this, which is more on the muted side, then you can build this up or use it very light-handed, and you can like get the desired effect. So if you are picking up these, I would suggest going with the lighter shades. Not to say that the darker shades are not good, but like for at least my skin tone, I like the lighter shade. Finish wise, when you do apply this on your cheeks, it can look like it's very dewy because like when you're blending it out, because it's so liquidy, initially it almost gives like a very dewy finish, but then if you give it time to sit on your skin, it does end up looking on the natural side. It does not turn into a matte powdery finish whatsoever, but it looks very natural on the cheeks. So if you are into that, like if you don't like dewy blushes, or you know, you have very oily skin, I think you are going to like this formula better than this one. So with that, I've come to an end of this video. I hope this was helpful. If you guys have any like nice blush recommendation, liquid, powder, cream, any finish, frankly, just let me know in the comment section below. If there's anything that you want me to review on this channel, let me know those as well in the comment section below. And you can give this video a big thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe to the channel. You can click on the bell notification right over here so you're notified when I upload next. You can follow me on Insta. I'm trying to be regular. I'm trying. And that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.